Now, Lawrence. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Cook now on a punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans. At their own 20-yard line. They'll start with the Browns. Derrick Henry trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific.
All right, so we are looking at Titans Jaguars, and the Jaguars got stopped early. The Titans were able to get a stop, and it looks like the Titans have now taken over the ball. It's 3rd and 8, so they're hoping to convert here. Looks like Willis is going to have to be the one to lead them through the air. Double covered. Looks like an interception by Mr. Andre Cisco. I love that guy. And a pick 6. So bad start for the Titans here early. I have asked Karras to turn off the commentary because it's hard to compete with it and still have a commentary of my own, I suppose. Alright, so we are looking at a 7-0 early lead for the Jaguars. I believe it's possible the playoffs are already set with the Jets claiming the final spot. But if the Titans can win here, there you go. Or wait, he went to coaching. I think he meant to go. No, he is doing. Well, hopefully he changes the audio. I don't think he did. I'm gonna write him again. Yeah, I think he might have just pressed pause. Yeah, so not a great run there. I'm not sure if that was what he intended to have happen. Kind of ran the option, was hoping maybe to get a different result, and it was a -6 yard play. So the Titans really got to get something different going. Certainly not the start they wanted, but the Jaguars haven't had a good offensive series just yet. So maybe they have a chance if they can open something up. Looks like they're going to try to find Henry underneath, and they cannot get a completion. So 0 for 2 start for Malik Willis. And we're looking at the Titans being down 7 and punting the ball if they cannot pick this up right here. Looks like they have the open man, Hooper. So good find for Willis. Big completion of 21 yards. And maybe they can get a little bit of offensive momentum going here. The run has not been there. One of the things that the Titans has tried to do is allow the run to be. Oh, Malik Willis cuts upfield, cuts outfield. Oh, he might go all the way. Malik Willis has one man to beat. He breaks a tackle, gets down to the 9. 52-yard rush for Malik Willis. That's the sort of play that can definitely turn his fortunes around. Willis with the early interception into double coverage, gets a big completion, and then gets a big run. So I mean that's what you want from a guy like Malik Willis. make his yards a little bit more in his wheelhouse. So we are seeing Henry going up the middle. He's going to get a nice 2-yard gain, get a little closer to the touchdown mark, and we'll see what the Titans are thinking here. I mean, they have the hammer. Certainly the Jaguars are most concerned about Henry here, I imagine. But they did just see Malik Willis run for 51, so they might be trying to make sure he doesn't get outside on them again with an option run. But it looks like Henry is indeed going to break the tackle, go into the end zone, and that's the answer that the Titans badly needed. A big 3rd down and long completion to Hooper, a 51-yard run to the left by Willis, and finishing it off with Henry, their hammer, probably the biggest run game cheat code in the game. Just bowls over his defenders and gets right in. But that's what you got to do, right? I mean, you can't get too mad at people using their best players. So great job by Nick there to tie the game up, and the Jaguars will have to score more points to win this one. We'll see if any of them come on offense. So we'll see if maybe they can turn the in-game commentary off here. I think the Titans sees that I've asked them to pause. Maybe they think they don't want to lose their precious pause. I don't know. It is kind of weird that it limits you. You'd think maybe we could change that setting. But 7-7. Looks like he's going for the tight end. No, that is Ingram. And I don't know what the Titans just said. I can't move. I don't know what that means. So the Titans said he can't move in the chat. I don't know what that means. I guess he had a glitch where he couldn't move. And that'll be... I mean, can he not call start even? I don't know. Anyways, I did tell him to try to call pause. Jaguars literally used his pause right when I told him to pause to do the commentary, and he did some substitution or something. So, unfortunately, I'm competing with these other voices. And I'm just waiting for the Titans to call pause. I don't know why he hasn't done it yet. Doesn't make sense. I keep asking Titans to pause, and he won't do it. There you go. There you go. Alright. So now we're pausing. We're going into... It's under volume, yeah, and then you turn off the in-game commentary. There you go. You can just hold it down, I think. Nah, man, we are yep, chunking it to it. There we go. All right, we are through. We are ready. So you don't have to do the stadium speakers. That's okay. We'll do the stadium speakers. That's no problem. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, so. The stadium speakers just like repeat play calls, I think, or something like it's 1st down, like no real issue. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna turn this game up a little bit more now, and so we're looking at the Jaguars. Had a really nice strike to Evan Ingram on an out route. Out routes are, I guess, what do they call the meta this year, and it works to help the Jaguars get right here into red zone. And hopefully get their first offensive points for them. Looks like Etienne, this is my only team I've won a Super Bowl with here, and I love seeing Etienne and Cisco and Lawrence like making magic happen. I even traded for Kirk, and now he's really on this team, and I know he likes using Kirk. So Jaguars go on top with a great throw to the running back in the slot. So you have Travis Etienne kind of echoing last week. Saquon Barkley had a similar touchdown strike from the slot. Oh, Titans had a decent little return lane there. Got to the 29-yard line. Looked like it might have split wider than that. But we're looking at a 14-7 game right now. And the Titans will hope for some more magic from Henry. And that'll help. Oh, Henry gets knocked back by the cornerback. Maybe the physics were kind to the Jaguars there, because in real life might have gone differently. But Henry doesn't always make the heroic play. So 5-yard gain, good run to open up on 1st down. Going to hand it off to Henry again, weaving inside, going up the field, spins off a tackle, and then flops down. So he only has 7 rushes for 25 yards, but And there's always that one run that could burst it open, right? So if you stick with a run game like Henry, you may find yourself running for a big run late, and then your stats look berserk and different than they would have looked without. Cuts inside, cuts upfield, and Henry is having his way on this drive so far, going for big gains, 5-yard gains. You're going to get first downs every drive if you average 5 yards a carry. So looks like we've got Willis is maybe biding his time, waiting for his chance to do a play action. He sure does. Hits the nicely done by Nick. There was a double crossing routes, and he chooses the right one. I guess it was the one highlighted in red. But good find, good opportunistic pass play there for Willis, who is limited in some respects, but he made the playoffs with him last year. This year it looks like he's narrowly possibly going to miss. We'll see what the math does, but it looks like Jets has probably clinched it with the Chargers and Titans just missing out. But this game is still a rivalry match. It still could change the Jaguars' fortune in the first round, seeing who they're going to play. So the Jaguars are coming in stacking the box. Makes sense, and they're going with full house on offense. Doesn't matter. Looks like the hole is there. He kind of cuts outside. Cutting inside might have gotten him a few more yards, but still positive yards going forward. He can come away with 3 or 7 here. He's already clearly in field goal range, but the Jaguars would love to force a turnover, force a mistake. Looks like they're going heavy blitz right now, so Titans will have to think quick. Looks like they have a man. They sure do. It's Hooper. Their hero from earlier gets another big first down. So reading the field well on the last couple of third down plays. Malik Willis is marching them down the field. And we might see a tie ball game here soon. If the Titans keep this up, we'll likely see a handoff to Henry here, but you never know. He might be thinking, good chance to do something different. Ooh, yeah, so he had the open man, didn't quite capitalize on releasing the ball in time. But definitely had a man there, but the pressure comes in, and the Jaguars managed to avert a crisis there if he had gotten rid of the ball a little sooner. So it looks like they stuff Henry there. Another option. Nick makes use of the option play. That is clear. And it's taken him to a pretty decent record this year. I know he's had a bad loss streak early, and then he kind of picked it up here lately. I think Jaguars has had a similar season to me. Maybe earlier had a better streak than later. So looks like Woods, defensive pass interference. Looks like Woods indeed gets the touchdown. The crowd doesn't cheer. I mean, we are in the Jaguars crowd, but no reaction because it happened on a penalty overturn, right? To where you decline and then get the touchdown. But kind of bad animation, no reaction from the crowd or anything. It just kind of skipped right through. But touchdown from Malik Willis. Really nice strike up the middle, seemingly pretty decently covered, but fitted in there. That's something that this Madden's done better than maybe a lot of previous Maddens. You can kind of fit the pass into a tighter window and find the score, and that's something that happens. You can think you have someone covered, and just because you're in front of them doesn't mean they won't bring it down. So that's football. That's Julio Jones and whatnot. Some of these great receivers we've seen it making contested catches here in recent years, and Justin Jefferson. And right there, that's the Titans receiver getting it done. Big touchdown strike, 14-14. Maybe a 9 or so of you were nervous about your rings. I believe we had the Bills voted on the Titans. Maybe the Titans had a good game against the Bills prior. And it's going to be an interesting rest of the game here. 14-14. Both offenses have had something go well for them. Both offenses certainly have shown they can score. But the Jaguars got that early turnover pick 6, so that's one of the big stories right now. Can the Titans get a turnover, or will the Jaguars continue to march down the field after their early stop? So they're going to hand it off to Etienne. There's my boy. All right, he kind of puts his arm in the back of the offensive lineman and decides to fall down. Happens, and so we've got Lawrence in the shotgun, looking at pass. And he had a couple options there, but he goes to Ingram. He loves Ingram. Ingram, a superstar tight end now for the Jaguars. In real life, this hasn't really been a great signing for them, but in Madden, a lot of Madden players were excited that the Jaguars got Ingram, especially if they run with the Jaguars in leagues. So we've got a nice offensive attack here with Ingram and Kirk. Nowhere really to go for Lawrence there, it seems, but he does manage to break out of the pocket. Dupree dives. I've dived a lot here lately, and I'm not going to lie. It seems like every time I dive, I get roughing the passer and they throw an interception. So it's like I just need to maybe just be more patient, because I might be giving away big moments in games by taking over and diving, hoping to get a sack, and I almost always get a roughing the passer, it feels like. So he averts the roughing the passer call. 2nd and 10. Might see a run here. We'll see what happens. Looks like he has a running back route coming inside. Not a ton obviously open except for circle coming across, and it's Agnew, number 39, I guess. He's a good return man, but has kind of found his place as a receiver in this league, and I think he was a former cornerback. So you love to see it. The Falcons have one of those, one of the best punt returners in the league right now, Avery Williams, and former cornerback, now running back, kick returner. Fun to see those changes happen. And Ingram is going to get loose. The dive works there. So stops him at the 5. This is a tougher situation. Titans probably need to be thinking timeouts at this point. Conserve some time. Looks like they're going to at least let it go down to the 40-second mark. And we'll see what the Jaguars can do on the goal line. Etienne gets stuffed for a 1-yard loss there. 40 seconds. The Titans is just letting it tick down. They're saying, okay, go for 3, go for 7. They don't want to answer before the half. So 26 seconds for the Jaguars. Goes up high to Kirk, and late break up there. Makes contact, and Kirk cannot hang on. There's my hero, though. I threw a touchdown to Kirk to beat Mo in my only Super Bowl here, and so I'm a big fan of Lawrence to Kirk. We'll see if he goes back to that. Ingram or Kirk. He's got 2 guys with stars on him. Sometimes people favor them. Maybe Lawrence will take off and try to run here. We'll see. Looks like he gets a behind route to Kirk, and it works well. Trail shake. So that was a nice little route on the goal line, and Kirk indeed is the weapon of choice. He gets into the end zone there, trailing superstar tight end Ingram. So Jaguars open up a 20-14 lead, and this is helpful for them because the Titans do get the ball back first at the half. So the Titans can kind of do business as usual, I guess. But if they had used their timeouts, they could have about a minute left or something. But they opted to let the time tick. Now they have 3 timeouts, one of which probably won't be useful because plays take a while. We'll see what they do. Maybe they can return the kick here. Looks like they are going to try to return the kick here. Might work out for them. They had a crease last time. It does not work out for them. 16 seconds, 3 timeouts. I mean, I'm still worried about Derrick Henry here. All he needs to do is break 2 tackles and you might be gone, right? If you spread out your defense too much. Sure enough, he's going full man press. I mean, he has DeAndre Hopkins out there. He has Henry, and Henry gets the crease. If he keeps it outside, he might be gone. Oh, a crucial moment for the Titans to answer there. And just what I was saying. That's just what I was saying. Like, this is the sort of thing. If you're going to go and be super aggressive like that, I mean, Derrick Henry only has to make 1 or 2 guys miss, and he's gone. You didn't have a lot of room for error there. And sure enough, full-on blitz. They all run right by Henry. Maybe thinking there's no way he's going to run here. He's going to try to, sling it. And the Titans answer back. So big winning moment for the Titans, at least in the moment. They won that moment, obviously. And 168 rushing yards, just like that, right? 80-yard run. And that's how it happens, guys. That's how you... Yeah. I just got a message from Nico, the Bears in the league. He said, you totally called that happening. No, for sure. Like, when I look at these games, like, I'm just like, man, they're crowding up the line. They're not respecting that this is Derrick Henry. I mean, Derrick Henry didn't even take any contact, but he's probably like 93, 94 speed in this league, maybe 95 speed. Heck, I don't know what they've done with this freak. But I know he's big, he's strong, he's X-Factor, and he's probably about to unleash his, what do you call it, that one ability where you can steamroll people. I don't remember what it's called. Freight train. Anyways, I think he's about to unlock that. So Trevor Lawrence is trying to maybe get some points back. We'll see what he can manage. Looks like he's just going to get Ingram for a short gain, And we're going to the half, and the Titans get the ball back. So 21-21, kind of a big defensive mistake for the Jaguars. Huge run for Mr. Derrick Henry, and that's what you got to have sometimes in these games. You need those moments. I'm hoping I can get a moment like that against Steady this week. If not this week, sometime in the playoffs, that would be great. So I think I'm probably going to end this season on a 4-game losing streak. And that happens because there's a lot of competition in this league, and some guys match up better with you than others. And I've played some good users here lately. Browns played a heck of a game, especially defensively. I couldn't get much going, so props to the Browns. And we're looking at the Jaguars setting their defensive set, thinking, okay, option play, run. You know, he knows what he's looking for, but can he stop it is the question. Sure enough, it's going to be Henry right up the middle. Had a small gap, but he kind of weaved outside and back in. There's another guy. I traded for Foyeside Oluokun on my Jaguars Super Bowl team, and then they signed him in real life. So both Kirk and Oluokun were guys that I went and got that they got in real life. So I just think that I get a kick out of that. I say it every single time I see the Jaguars in Madden now. So we've got Henry coming up the middle. Man, he couldn't quite squeak through that hole, and Bruce Sternum out for the game. So that could be a big thing for the Jaguars to lose somebody like Oluokun, who's one of the above-average near stars at linebacker in this league, and in Madden a very useful player. Don't know if they've gotten him back up to 90 speed. They inexplicably took 90 speed from him. Wow, interception just dropped. I think the tight end got a piece of it and went right to the defender right after that and just drops it down to the ground. So big stop for the Jaguars. They needed that. Titans could have made that play. I've seen some people make that play, but the catch falls. The no real good animation for the catch there, and we've got a 21-21 Titans-Jaguars game in Week 18. Playoffs start next week, which means playoffs start this week, Monday night. We'll probably see our first playoff games, so that'll be cool. We'll see how everybody does. We have a 3-way tie in the NFC. I think Sniper would win that tie and get the first round bye. But because there's 3 of us, it then takes away my head-to-head with Sniper. So if the Vikings loses, then Sniper can get #1 seed when I lose to Steady. The Jaguars kind of slowed down there. That was kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. Like, it looked like the Jags had a breakaway touchdown and they kind of stopped running. Not sure what happened there. Maybe they have a breakout game or something. I don't know. But, I mean, it looked like they stopped running. I don't know what you guys saw there, but that's what I kind of saw. And we've got Ingram on the out route. Ingram's having a good game so far. These are 2 users. H-Coke and the Jaguars have historically loved to use their tight ends. And they're 2 of the better ones at it. Are the late junk of the Chiefs really liked using Travis Kelce this year before he left us. And we'll see what the Jaguars can do on this drive. We've got Robinson in the background. I believe that's James Robinson, ready to bowl over some people, get a first down. He's on 3rd and inches there. So Etienne is not in the game, but it's James Robinson. Maybe Etienne got tired, or they have different schemes and whatnot. So 3rd and inches, they're thinking run. Titans are seemingly looking like a run defense of sorts here. And they audible to a pass. They're trying to come back for the gets pressure. If he had gotten that sack without the release there, a field goal would not be possible. But the Jaguars aren't thinking field goal here anyways. But they probably would have punted if they had gotten that sack. So we're looking at 21-21. They don't even have a chance to run here. And we'll see what they try to do. Out route, of course, to Mr. Christian Kirk. This is one of the common routes people will run. They say, hey, stop both of my zig routes and whatnot. So tough to do. Some people have their superstar cornerbacks and whatnot. So they try to answer that and stop that one way or another. The Jaguars are rolling. 2nd and 9. Can the Titans get their stop? The Jags getting their stop was a really, really helpful moment for them, obviously. It's going to go play action. Cut it outside to Mr. Etienne. And he gets it up to the 12-yard line. So Lawrence is playing a perfect game so far as no interceptions, and that's always helpful. And Etienne has been a bright spot in the game, running and receiving. So has Kirk, and so has Ingram. So I like all those players. I had Irv Smith on my Super Bowl team, but he reminds me a lot of Ingram by the way I built up Irv Smith to a superstar and whatnot. So it looks like a team I'm fond of, and Karras is putting up some points on the board with him. We'll see if he can finish this season off with a win in the regular season and carry that momentum to the playoffs. He's one of the guys who may sneak out of the AFC to see a Super Bowl berth here. Ooh, up high, kind of dangerous there. I think that was against Mr. No, that wasn't Farley, but kind of a dangerous throw because sometimes those can go to the defender. So we'll see what's happening here. We got 21-21, 3rd and 3. They've already gone for it on 1 4th down. Maybe if they run it here, get it close enough, they might go for it on another 4th down, or they may just get a touchdown. So looks like it is Lawrence. Ooh, takes the contact. I always hold my breath. I feel like Murray betrays me every time I allow him to use his speed and run and whatnot. It doesn't work out great for me. But that time, Lawrence does hold on to the ball, which is more realistic. I mean, QBs don't fumble left and right in real life, but they make them fumble left and right in Madden to try to make it not too overpowered, I guess. So it looks like they're thinking pass. They're not thinking field goal. This could be a great spot for the Titans, and it looks like Ingram is the target, and he gets into the end zone. These zig routes, it's pretty much zig route city right now. Kind of inside to the right, inside to the left, zigging that way, zigging this way, and works out for a touchdown. So maybe I can use some of these zig route tricks, and any of you can use some of these zig route tricks. We're seeing work against a Titans team that is eager to try to finish off this year with a win. So it's 21-28. Let's check and see how those Bulldogs are doing. I was going to go back to it. They were up pretty big, so I wasn't that concerned, but I am a Falcons fan, so part of me has a little just silly thought that what if they blow it somehow, you know? Yeah, I doubt they will. Well, we'll see what happens. Henry's going up the middle. Nice play. Running it up the middle with Derrick Henry. 8-yard gain. They need to tie this ball game up. That's certainly going to be important for them here. So the LSU Georgia game. Let's go back here. Looks like a first down for the Titans. That's great. All right, let's see here. LSU at Georgia. All right, so it's 50-30, and there's 5 minutes left. Looks like Georgia's going to take care of business there. Excellent. All right, so the Jaguars gave up another first down to Henry. Henry kind of scoops inside. We'll see if maybe he can get that freight train unleashed. Hasn't happened just yet. But that is always a game breaker. If you know guaranteeably you're going to make your first man miss, I mean, that's a terrifying prospect for any defense that you got to make sure you get somebody on him. And the only way you can stop it is to pretty much get 2 people on him in the backfield at one time. So it's hard to stop. And if you can have a passing game with a freight train running back, whoo-wee. But most people don't run, so hard to unlock your freight train when you don't run. All right, so Willis is going to get sacked. He took a while. He kind of drifted left. I could tell, okay, he can't even get rid of it. You know, at one point, the game does not let you just squirt it out. You're going to get sacked when they're that close now. So 3rd and 18. This is a big moment. Last time he went to Hooper in this situation. We'll see what he opts to do here. I mean, he has Hopkins. He has Hooper. He has Amon-Ra St. Brown. He has Robert Woods, Derrick Henry. And he still has the legs of Malik Willis. 3 seconds here. And I don't see anybody truly open. Ooh, there it is. That's DeAndre Hopkins right there. That's that high level route running ability that I think only guys like DeAndre Hopkins get that open on that play. So that's why I made a move for Mr. Hopkins. Make those big plays when you need them. When everybody's trying to stop Henry, you got Hooper, Hopkins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and others. And Henry is plowing forward. So 17 for 145 and 2 touchdowns. Woo-wee! That's a nice rushing stat line, and the Jaguars still lead by 7. So that's a testament to them putting up points and in anticipation that Henry's going to have a good day regardless. So it looks like Henry's going to cut up field and just pick up the inches there. So time keeps on ticking into the future, and we have 5 minutes left. And if the Titans can tie this ball game, the Jaguars may just be looking to run out the clock, depending on how much time is left. I mean, if they can't tie this ball game, I should say. But if they tie this ball game, they'll have to get some sort of points or go to overtime or lose. Oh, so just a bad throw. Seems like he did have a man open on a crossing route, and eventually just isn't able to get it in the hands of his receiver there. Would have probably been a first down, if not most of the yards he needs for a first down. So Jaguars Titans 21-28, 4 minutes 49 seconds. Willis in the shotgun, hands off to Derrick Henry. Henry gets stuck behind a lineman, gets 2 yards. That's going to put him in another tough third down situation. And we'll see. Look, he's looking at a heavier blitz again. Might open up a passing lane for Willis if he can see it. And sure enough, he sees it. And there's Mr. Hooper sitting on the route. Some really good passing, honestly, opportunistically around Derrick Henry. Is making good decisions, seeing guys coming open. He had one bad pick six early that he just needed not to throw. But apart from that, these guys have played pretty clean football and have some pretty good offensive stats to show for it. So a little bit of a better run there for Henry, finding the hole and then committing to it, not maybe getting stuck on a lineman or whatnot. And we're going to see if Willis can tie this ball game up or maybe get 3 on the board and put some pressure on the Jags either way. Ooh, the running back, or whoever that was otherwise. Derrick Henry breaks the tackle. Oh, 50 trucks in a row. Just trucking at nothing because he's gone berserk. And just that's what I think that's the same play. I think spinner last time Henry scored, spinner this time Henry scored. So he's kind of going all out blitz, thirsty for a sack or turnover or something, and opens up the ability for Henry to punish some defensive backs on the back end who don't have a great shot at taking down somebody like Derrick Henry. So, hey, you're using your weapons. 28-28. Pressure's on the Jaguars now. They have to perform. They have to get a field goal to end the game and win it, or maybe get a touchdown to put a lot of pressure on the Titans as well. But they need to get points here. If they don't get a first down and move down the field, the Titans could then be in the power seat here. So cutting across field, leveled. I mean, that if they had given a fumble there, I would not have thought that was wrong. That was a massive hit by the linebacker on little Jamal Agnew, but he holds on to the catch and doesn't even fumble. So it looks like the Titans are getting a little antsy here, crowding the line of scrimmage. Farley gets the interception. He goes back to the well one too many times with Mr. Evan Ingram, and the Titans are going to score. Leaping into the end zone is Farley, and essentially what he did is he crowds the line of scrimmage, pretty much says, hey, try to pass on this look, and then and he misses the extra point. Yikes. Not a good look there, because now you've opened up the opportunity to still lose pretty easily if the Jaguars score, is what I mean. If they score a touchdown, they beat you now instead of tie it. Not what you wanted to do after the touchdown, maybe a little hyped up, but unfortunately can't get the extra point. But let's not take away from the fact that Caleb Farley, the untouchable, I argued not to make an untouchable. Not because I wanted him, just because I was like, hey, he's just a star, it's not like an X Factor or something. But anyways, he makes a big play, makes the biggest play of the game for the Titans, and now they each have a pick six in this ball game. And the Titans have a 6-point lead on the Jaguars, but the Jaguars can drive. If they score too quick, Titans could have a chance to answer. if they don't score at all, Titans are going to win this ball game most likely. So they're going to hand it off to Etienne here up the middle. So they're maybe letting the clock tick a little bit, just going all in on getting a touchdown this drive. Makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't you go all in and getting a touchdown this drive since you need a touchdown? And if you want to use a bit more clock to do that, that makes sense. Walker gets open. I don't know who Walker is, but I know it's not Trayvon Walker. That would be pretty sweet if you could put Trayvon Walker on offense like as a tight end and he was decent because he's fast and all that freakishness ability that he has. Looks like Etienne is going to get dragged down with like an arm tackle off of a block. So the counter run doesn't work great there, but the Jaguars are threatening, and they have gotten a lot of scores in the red zone today. 21 points from the red zone, I believe, in scores here. So, oh my goodness, another pick, and the Titans may have just clinched a win. All they really have to do here is get one first down, and they may be able to run this time out. So, I mean, they thought they had their man, but the Titans cornerback comes up and cuts off the route. He was running step for step with Agnew, and the Titans have a golden opportunity to salt this game away. We'll see if Henry can get the job done here. Man, he's breaking tackle. 2-minute warning, so that helps the Jaguars. I think they might have called a timeout. Oh, sorry, it wasn't a 2-minute warning. It was a timeout. So they used their first timeout. Titans need to be smart here and just hand the ball off, in my opinion. We'll see if they do that. They sure do, and oh, Henry maybe could have broken loose there, but gets stuffed. So 3rd and 5, but the timeouts are leaving the Jaguars team. So if he can get a first down here, it's game over. I mean, honestly, those are some sweet rushing lanes, it looks like. We'll see what happens, but I would not pass here if I were the Titans, and he does pass. This could be a horrible situation, and it is. What a terrible decision by the Titans. That's a game-losing decision right there. That's a teachable moment, but you have the opportunity to use the Jaguars' last timeout and then punt it deep to the other side of the field with like 40 seconds and no timeouts. Now you've given him the ball with a touchdown, the unwise pass. Maybe thought it was going to... I mean, you look like a genius if it works, right? Doesn't work there, so it looks like Evan Ingram's going to be the read here. Yeah, I was wrong. But Jones, the Jaguars are going to need to get points here in 40 seconds. They have one timeout to stop the clock in, and the Titans have put themselves in a bad situation. A little out route here is going to be good to Ingram, and that is the way the cookie crumbles. The Titans are now in a bad situation. They're going to be in a 30-second drill after that really bad interception where all they really needed to do was run it and punt it, and I think they would have probably won this game, but you live and you learn. I think they kind of gave this one away. If anything, maybe he's reminding me to not make stupid decisions in those situations, because I don't think that was the best decision there. But I'm just me. I know H. Coke has won a lot of Super Bowls and will go for passes in situations where others would run. So sometimes it's better to want to be like H. Coke than be like me. So I see that. So Titans are hoping for a miracle here. I mean, you're still maybe thinking Henry can maybe get a couple carries. It's been one of their best plays here. Maybe a long run by the quarterback or something. Something. Oh wow, we're going spinner again. I mean, he's been burned 2 other times doing this exact play call in these situations. He's going to chuck it up deep to Hopkins. Hopkins can bring that down, but he doesn't. But Hopkins easily could have brought that down. One-on-one with like a 97 overall wide receiver. All-out blitz. I mean, I think the Titans missed an opportunity to find a different sort of a play call to abuse that blitz. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like he's not going to give Henry any chances to do anything other than catch a short pass here. He's going to call his timeout, though. He has 14 seconds. I don't think he can really hand the ball off here. But I would have liked to see him try, because that was how he kind of did it earlier. Jaguars are all out blitzing again. I mean, if the Titans can take advantage of this and do something smarter here, looks like they're chucking it up. This can be picked. I don't agree with this late game offense. Just chucking it up to Hopkins, I don't think was your best stuff here. Yeah, all 3 timeouts, all the field. You don't have to go Hail Mary, but at this point, they're thinking Hail Mary, maybe praying for praying for some sort of a miracle, I guess. Hopkins can't get it done, and the Jaguars are going to win this game. And I'll just have to say, the Titans gave this one away. They really did with that situation. I mean, obviously this game was tight, but they had the situation in their favor there late. They go to a shotgun pass, and so all of you do rejoice because most of you voted for the Jaguars. So rejoice that happened. But a teachable moment for the Titans. When all you need is to keep the other guy from scoring a touchdown, you don't need to throw a pass on your side of the field on 3rd and 5 when they have one timeout. Just, I would have handed it off to my hammer there. So, hey, Jaguars get the win, are able to make the big late game turnover. That's the stuff you want to see. Looks like Trevor Lawrence had a pretty nice little stat line going there. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Etienne had a pretty decent little stat game there. I mean, he's kind of giving us a preview of how he's been doing here in this game. Evan Ingram had a decent game. 7 catches, 124, 2 touchdowns. And Agnew surprisingly got a lot of work. Kirk only got 2 for 11, but a big touchdown play. And Etienne also got some receiving receptions. So, hey, teachable moment. I do think the Titans made an unwise play late, but the Jaguars capitalized, and they still had to get it in the end zone, and they did. So props to the Jaguars finishing off their season with a win. Not easy to do all the time, and we're definitely going to see the Jaguars in the playoffs. I don't know who they're facing just yet, but it'll be interesting to see how they do, because they certainly have talent. They certainly have the ability to go on a run towards the Super Bowl. They just got to play their best football. And the Titans just narrowly miss. They had some losses they wanted back that they felt like they gave away. And honestly, this is one of them. This is one of those games where you can kind of clearly see that moment where you're saying, "What are you doing, man?" And sure enough, you throw the pick in that situation, and that's too much to recover from. But hey, congrats to the Jaguars. Had a good offensive play game plan today. And the Titans also put up a good game. That was an exciting game. Came down to the late, and Jaguars capitalized. So, hey guys, playoffs are next in the MKL. Everybody, good luck. I think we could see a new champion this year. We'll see how everything goes, but we could also see some repeat champions for sure. But we'll definitely see a new champion as far as last year, because Mo has retired and quit. Yeah, guys, have a great night.